Alright, there we go. I am now ready. Oh, this is the third campaign I've been tomfoolery in. There are many stories. Tomfoolery is what happens when yours truly just says sit down and play a macho gun nut. Blake thrust. Perfect timing. As you can see, I've encountered a few issues with my private jet. That's what comes from flying too close to the sun, or in this case, a volcano, and the ocean. After your application discretion with my evacuation drill, I know you're exactly who I want on the job. Oh, excavation drill. Okay. As you'll discover, my jet is not without its idiosyncrasies. I trust you to be your usual discreet self in return for an excellent rate. Blake. Fascinating. Also, hello, Mittens. We talked about this. I'm talking to people online. It's okay. You want to say hello? No? Okay. Here, I give you space to sit. Highlights include, I shot a god with an anti-tank rifle and boy did I pay for it. I punched Cthulhu. Oops, I accidentally Chicago's entire underworld? I don't know what that means. I am zero. Grapefruit spoon beats eyeballs. And I saw some shit in Egypt. Okay then. I'm gonna clean this jet. I'm not even gonna ask. I'm just gonna be like, okay. I don't know, man. There is a force of nature that strives its fury through piles of brush, showcases that force of nature for tomfoolery. Okay. Let's see. My lord. It's just dirty as all hell. Alright, there we go. But I'm not in boy mode. Playing that much testosterone is going to be rough today. Oh, good luck, man. Today, if I'm being honest, the only mode I'm really in today is chilling the fuck out. Mostly because I took myself off quite a lot today in Elden Ring. I was playing some Aldi's today, and my god, I was doing terribly for a lot of it. So I'm a little salty for that still. Chill's words at, yeah. Yeah, I was trying to kill a boss. What the fuck are they called? It's like a noble skin? Not the fat one, the skinny one. I was killing one of those today. And for the life of me, I could not freaking do any, like, I got it close to death a couple times. But it was so hard, and I wound up with like no flasks or anything. And so I said, fuck it. I'm gonna turn this into easy mode. I'm gonna go get a spell that I know will make everything completely trivial. And I did. And I beat him with, well, still some difficulty, because I still dodged their bullshit attacks. But like, god damn, it was so satisfying to finally do it. But by the end of it, I was So fucking mad. Yeah, pretty much. That is a sound I made continuously today while trying to kill that noble skin whatever. No, noble skin apostle. That's the variant it's called. Noble skin apostle. It's the really thin one that does the stupid bullshit AoE damages. I appreciate your efforts, but you could make up any story here. I don't know. Elden Ring will continue to support your efforts no matter what you're doing. So this could be you fighting an armored car full of jelly donuts with a rubber chicken and still be just as impactful. Yeah, pretty much. All good, man. No worries. Long story short, annoying boss. Bullshit. Moveset. God help me. Also, hi Dragon Loot. How's it going? Come on in. I'm playing PowerWash Simulator because I raged too hard in Elden Ring today, and I wanted a voice rest. My fucking throat right now is hurting from all of me literally screaming that is bullshit, to which hopefully the neighbors didn't hear much of. I had no chill today. It was not good. Welcome back. All good. I guess I'll be doing this swing. There we go. Please don't ban, but why does the aircraft have a glowing ray gun sci-fi penis? I don't know. It's a laser. Presumably it's shooting lasers at volcanoes. Is my assumption, but I don't actually know. So I don't know why the airplane has a giant glowing penis, but it does. And yeah, this is a 18+ stream. I keep forgetting to update my bot. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I'm updating my bot right now. Hold on. Is it a timer? Yes. Okay, so I can make a timer. Duplicate. Edit. Mature stream warning. 600 is 10. Let's do 15 minutes, which would be... Nope. 60 time... Oh my fucking god. Clear. Clear. There we go. That'd be every 900 seconds. 900. Alright, hold on. Please note that this stream is intended for mature audiences. That'll do. Alright, and let's see if this actually works. Actually, I don't have to because it'll just go off eventually, and we're fine. Alright, so my bot should now be all set. Long story short, I keep forgetting to make a reminder, or rather to make a message that basically says, hey, the stream is 18+. Kindly diddly-do if you're underage. Because technically, yes, this is a mature stream, and I should mention that every once in a while, but here I am. What am I gonna do? Alright, what am I doing? Right. This thing needs all of this cleaning. Let's focus on this wing first. Also, I just realized, or I guess I didn't just realize, but rather, I was reading some random Facebook posts the other day. As I do, because I'm an ancient person. I'm an old one, even, some might call me. And I realized I love chicken. I specifically like chicken wings, but I like the boneless versions. Does that mean I just like chicken nuggets? I imagine you're keen to learn some of the specifications of the jet. Blake, I honestly don't care, but if you're gonna tell me anyway, I'm not gonna stop you, man. Random Facebook posts. So God, is this going to be God tier memes or absolutely depressing horror about the world? Oh, I tend to avoid the horror of the world on Facebook because, well, a lot of reasons. The primary one, of course, being that any information you learn or glean about the real world through Facebook is through some really, really, really thick filters and probably steeped in ignorance and combined with some sensationalism, thereby creating the perfect social media post. I don't trust that shit at all. It's just not a good thing to do. Like, it's a social media platform. Yes, it's about sharing news and stuff, but also, like, there's bound to be something incorrect with whatever posts you're reading on Facebook. That's just setting yourself up for failure, man. Don't do it. Like, seriously, if you're going to learn about the world through news, read actual news articles, preferably from websites that have not too crazy of a bias, or at least know what bias it's going through. You know? But anyway, that's me ranting like an old man. No, it was more just me looking through memes. That's what I use Facebook for, is memes and family. Those are the two reasons, explicitly. No, if I actually give a fuck about the news, I actually read about it. But even then, I tend not to read too much about the news because, quite frankly, I have enough depressing things to deal with on a regular basis. I don't need the news to constantly berate me with the bullshit of today. I'll hear about that through my friends, and then once I hear about that through my friends, then I'll look it up myself, and then get sad from that. Nuggets are ground meat, breaded and fried wings. Even boneless would be meat in its more or less ground, original / not ground up configuration. Okay. That makes sense. I like boneless wings though. I find them more pleasurable than boned. I don't know. Probably a extremely mild take, but there you go. Game suggestion, the landing gear may be small enough to use the spinny small jet thing. Yeah, it is, but I'm so close to it that it doesn't really matter much. Because part of the equation is distance, right? Like, I'm so close that even if there's a rust on there, I'm still gonna hit it pretty hard. But eventually I might have to do that. Ah, yeah. I need to hit the sides. There we go. I feel so close to IT right now. I see the whole wheel. I see the rest upon the gear spins like a pin. I'm assuming that's a song, and I just don't know it. Alright, is the bay all clean? It is. I don't know either, man. I have no idea. I'm just rolling with it. Power washer, go burr. Burr. Actually, technically, power washer, now go burr. Alright, anyway. Back to this. There we go. Feel so close by Calvin Harris. Alright. I was gonna say, you're talking to a musically illiterate person here, so. I mean, for frick's sake, hang on. I forgot to do something, but also, this is just a reminder of what you're working with here. I'm gonna go ahead and just gently remind you that I have one of these as a redemption. I'm pretty sure this doesn't qualify as cultured. Alright, you know what? I am gonna do this. Dances away. I don't blame you. You believe that is a definition of culture? I don't know about that, man. If I grab you... Hello? Ladder? There we go. Place you here. And I go up top. And I do this. Yes. Actually, let's use this one because this is possibly very rusty. You mean it is Africa? I mean, it is Africa, yes. But it is slightly cursed Africa. Got it. All right. Green. I'll read that momentarily. Just really want to get this gunk off. Come on. Eh. Alright, are you clean now? Okay, but hear me out. Mario isn't actually a plumber. I know, right? It's fucking weird. Ah, I did miss a glaring spot. I see. Got it. Okay. Let's get back up there. And rinse. And repeat. And rinse. And repeat. Let's actually use this because this could be very rusty. There we go. Thirty Royalty and Luigi fix a pipe with wrenches? Oh wow. I did not know that. Alright, let's go. This plane has seen some shit, man. lord. What the hell did I just clean? Okay, all the steelworks are done. Alright. All this shit looks superficially like any other. It's far from it. Yeah, no kidding. I noticed. Bruh. It's got all sorts of weird gizmos. This fusion is made from a graphene matrix that is lighter than air but stronger than steel. Take your word for it, man. Oh, hold on. Can I... Yeah. Not only can it reach speeds over 8 miles per hour, but it's also typically the world's largest pencil. It's a weird thing to be proud about. Yeah, I need to play a 3D world. I don't know, man. All I know is there's dirt and I'm existing. Therefore, I clean. Is that cleaned up? Alright, let's try going up. Actually, if I sprint... Oh, it does relock. Okay, that's a nice easy way to do that. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. You do turn to cats in that way. I do remember seeing that as a thing that happens. Was re-released recently? Alright. Go. Yes, that's the thing. So, say you have a propeller and a power washer. What is it with you and making jet things out of power washing? I don't get it, man. But yeah, go on. Wait a minute, I could do the extra long extension here with my green and it would be fine. Yeah. Fire the washer stream instead of plain propeller. Stream isn't high enough pressure. Cut steel as is. Can I take this off? And then go with my green? Yeah. If you spin the propeller fast enough, will that increase the contact pressure enough that eventually you cut the propeller in half? I don't know, dude. I don't do physics very good. I know, question, am I dead? Alright. If I turn on my yellow and then I attach the thingy, it's not going to be enough for me to get this all clean for this second. Nope, remove this. Why do I get the feeling that some of this is going to be not fully cleaned? Yeah, these elevators are not. See, let's attach this thing. Okay, there we go. Rudder. Also, the question, what is with me and making jets out of power washers? Yeah, I don't know, man. Just roll on. What I do know is I have a power washer. Say, Dirt Finder, if you can discreetly find your way over to the mansion as soon as humanly possible, I'd sure appreciate it. Mayor, like thrust, the laser gun situated underneath the fuselage creates the state-of-the-art crystalline compound to create an energy feedback loop that instantly plasmatizes the air. Okay, consequently, its beam reaches upwards of 3 million degrees Fahrenheit on a hot day. Why is this guy telling me all of his secrets? I don't care. I'm here to clean, man. I'm just chilling, having a fun time. All I want to do is clean your crap, man. That's all I want to do. I don't need to know your lore, but I do appreciate it. But also, this is probably bad business practice to tell whoever sees your stuff whatever it does. Like, generally that's called not good secret keeping. Okay. Alright, y'all, I have to go play D&D. Alright, well, you have fun, sir. Enjoy the D&D. Go. Angle. Habit cleaning? Indeed, I shall. Do not worry. When your stream ends, please consider rating games done quick. Alright. Are they still doing the thing that you mentioned the other day? Alright. Let's see. Alright, bye. Have fun. Alright, let's do this. Also, hello Jacob Major, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Let's see. Where else are you dirty? Ah, you're dirty back here. I see, I see. There we are. Let's turn on yellow for this one. Because I would like to clean this up very well. Alright. You're good. Back to green. Answer be tired. I get that, man. I am also feeling pretty tired, if I'm being real with you. Oh, wrong button. Those are all good. Okay, let's just keep washing normal. It was a long day. Oh, step stool, go away. Back to this way. Yeah. So much better. Alright, let's also clean off this landing gear. Down here, since I'm already down here. Okay, I asked my dad that question. He said I'd never say never in that situation as forces approach affinity, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Alright. There we go. Got it. Okay. Tires are done. Wheels are done. That's done. Vortex generators appear to be done. We'll get there eventually. Alright. Ladder. Because a bird can fly into an engine and wreck your shit. Yep. Lots can go wrong when things get into engines. That is definitely true. Like a whole lot. Like everything. Those are also beautiful. Alright. But they quite easily could have tested water streams. Obviously going that fast through the air generates a lot of heat. Yes, yes it does. Once landed, it's possible to cook up beef burn yawing on its wings in less than 3 minutes. Let's break the engine for good propeller. There we go. Yeah, I am definitely power washing off burn and soot marks. It's fine. The wiring isn't done yet. There we go. Get in there. Yeah. Get the underside of this thing a bit. Hit this side now. This is making me really want chicken parmesan now, though, if I'm being real with you. Sounds really good. Oh, totally that could be part of the progress. Oh, actually, is it this side? Oh. Well, yes, but no? Alright, hold on. Let's grab you. Oh wait, no. We're going this way. No, we're going on this side. There we go. Hey. Get me off. That looks fine. More or less. Oh, yeah, you know what? That would do it. Hey, we got it. Beautiful. Alright. Let's get the underside of this thing a little bit. There we go. Pretty soon you're gonna need a power wash. A person, because they were stupid, just got covered in some super gunky crud. I wonder if this game will ever have you clean a crime scene. Honestly, maybe? I don't know. I could see it happening, though. That's for freaking sure. Alright, that should do for that section. That section's done. Fuselage wire. Let's go back over here. Get the same treatments. That wiring's done. That wiring's done. I'll get up there in a minute, actually. Alright, let's go up. Hoi, hoi. And let's clean this side real fast. Okay. Let's just do this then. Casually clean the top. I just posted a Discord comment on the Face Your Build comment I made. Alright. Is this like a, I need to stop the game and take a look, or is this just look at it later kind of a thing? Wait, tail scoop. go. Are we good here? Those are good. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Perfect. Fuselage is good. Here we are. Oh, you know what, that makes sense. Cockpit sensors. Killer has proven on multiple occasions that I have the average perceptibility of a rather dense pet rock. I mean, your words, not mine. That is what you say, though. What other instruments are there? Oh, I see. Okay. Am I crazy? Is there another one I just haven't seen that's maybe on top? Hello? Alright. Fuel tank mount. And wing wiring. Oh, probably the other side. Alright. Wait, what? Oh, you know what? It could be up above. Like here, maybe? Okay, that wing wiring's done. Ah, it's this stuff. Okay. Okay, that's done. Where the heck is the fuel tank mount? And where is the last antenna sensor? Or cockpit sensor? This is all landing gear crap. I've done you. Ah, here we go. I see. Okay, I have a cockpit sensor and I have no idea where the frick it is. I just keep thinking, how would the base power wash do here? I don't even want to know. If you would like to endure that suffering yourself, feel free to get this game. I do not want to endure that suffering. On the next mission I can try and use it a little bit, but for right now, where the actual frick is this thing? It says there's another sensor somewhere that's not clean, but I don't see another sensor that's not clean. I've cleaned these a billion times, well, not a billion times, but a lot of times already too, and that's just the antenna. That's a wing mount sensor. That's the fuselage, whatever. Where's the sensor? I guess I could try and grab the ladder again. Oh. You know what? Fair's fair. I'm like, where is it? Oh, it's right there. Let's get some water real fast, shall we? There we go, got some water. Blake Thrust says, another exemplary example of power washing. I admit I was skeptical of your prospects of cleaning stains created at such high temperatures, but once again you've exceeded my expectations. So I'm exceeding yours. Feel free to use this hangar for any large odd jobs that you may pick up in the future. Oh boy. I'll clean this momentarily. Let's get back to fashion. Lovely. And then I have all these. I do. Let's buy... Well, let's buy the practical things first. There we go. Well, I bought a lot of practical things, but... Oh, I see. I need to buy these two things still? Alright, that's fair. That's fair. Next job, so I can actually afford stuff. Career mode. Clean the frolic boat. This thing is a... Yeah, that is pretty cool, them, honestly. Dirt Finder, are you as mesmerized by the principle of Archimedes as I am? There's barely a day goes by when I don't undertake some kind of minor water displacement experiment. Today, I'm seeing what happens when I pack all of my worldly goods into my frolic boat and take it for a trip down river someplace. I've granted you full access to my property to assist the clean, which will be rescinded following the removal of the final fleck. I'd appreciate it if we kept this between ourselves. I don't want anyone to get the ridiculous idea that I'm skipping town. Wow. Yeah, you're skipping town. So, just for giggles, let's use the Prime Vista 1500. Use my green. Hey, it's Harper. What on earth's going on at Muckingham? I don't know, man. So this lichen's really stuck on. If I go to the Cielo one, though, it'll be way less stuck on. Just read a piece in Real News now, the town's with no cats. Yeah, that is weird, isn't it? Is there really not a single cat left? I guess not, man. Alright, now let's compare that to, say, this thing, right? Big difference. Anyway. Oh, it goes really quickly. I've played this game offline a few times on my own, and I did some old jobs, and it goes way faster with this thing on. And honestly, it's kind of satisfying in its own way to go back and just be like, man, I remember when these were really hard to do, and then you just go back and you're just like, and it all just fades in. It's just like, oh, dude. So good. I think I did the very first job it was on my own with one of the better power washers, and I was like, oh, this is a world of a difference. Magnificus? Yep, that's the name of this thing apparently. It is, it's something. I mean, look at all that light could just go away. I'm liking this power washer a lot. You know? It doesn't mold back, it just goes full blast and gets rid of everything. I also read the daily opinion that the mayor's water pipeline is just the tip of the iceberg. Funny you should mention that. I'm currently washing something for the mayor. And what he's doing with all that water, that's the dodgy bit. Wait a minute, you mean to tell me that there's a politician in a video game that does shady things? Well, I'd never. That's just not... That's impossible, you know? Yeah, alright. Politician in a scandal for using water and paying a power washer? I know, right? What are the fucking odds? There's actually, like, something actually legitimately important going on where I live, where they are diverting use of the Colorado River for use for other things, and it's causing a big uproar with the farming communities along with other communities. Perfect. My God. Feels a little weird washing the nether regions of a cat, but here we are. Verdigris? What does that even mean? Okay, bedtime. Alright, enjoy the sleep, man. I'm just gonna be power washing away. Alright, can I get this closer? So maybe... Oh yeah, I can actually. Okay. Perfect. I'll let you know how the apartment search goes. Alright. Good luck, man. Hey, I got it. Finally. As he's filling the bar, just billionaire guy running an illicit mining rig. Can't be true, can it? And is it related to the missing cats? I literally don't know how it would be, but maybe. Go. Got it. course, because only it's just happening once I finally split town. Yeah, that's a little weird. Although, hey, mustn't grumble. The desert gig I'm working on is amazing. You should come visit. Whenever I see steering wheels for like boats and stuff, I can't help but think of the tide turner from freaking from what's it called? Team Fortress 2. Go, please let me out. There we go. Yeah, Sylvia, how's it going? Welcome on in. Peachy, how am I? I'm doing alright. A little tired from earlier today, but otherwise good. Oh, apparently I need to hydrate. Thank you for the reminder, Pooty. How y'all doing? I just drank some water just now. Wait, control box is not fully clean. Alright. Now it is. Throttle is good. Control box is good. Helmet, steering wheel are good. Ah, poles, right. Why not cats in the Squarespace? Because they're being butts, and they're currently with the Kels. So sadly, no kitties. I know that's the best part of my stream, but what am I gonna do? The cats be moody. Alright, I'll look at the polls later. Let's focus on the more disgusting matter that is this top. Oh, that's Lincoln, right. Okay, that makes more sense. How is Kelsey doing? She's doing better than the past few days. She's rested, she is recovering pretty well. Well, she did recover pretty well, I should say. You know, just doing work like a boss, as she does. Got it. Alright. The underside. I think the undersides are all basically done. Ah, yeah, I still have to do these sides. Is there a way for me to do... Ah, yeah, beautiful. That's exactly what I was looking for. Side. Now the underside. Got it. Cover that right there. Yeah. Oh, but she's good. Just doing what she's got to do. Did I have the foresight in this job to bring? No. Well, I don't get to choose it, but you know. I guess I'm kind of role playing as the guy who cleans. I don't know, man. Yellow for this. Get a real good clean in from afar. Oh yeah, the pillars. Might be a smart thing to clean those up. There we go. Side of the door frame, or window frame rather. Window side. Frames, windows are done. This pillar is done. That pillar's not done. Oh, there. Nope. By the way, dear finder, you may find a few people asking questions over the coming days, months, and years. Yes. There's something that you don't know where I went, only that I went by car. Oh, you want me to lie? Okay. Yeah, that's kosher. Or better yet, Mayor, you could have me sign an NDA. Oh yeah, but that could be tracked. Right. Actually, can it be tracked? I would assume it could be. I don't know. Never thought to ask myself these questions until just now. The wall done too? It is. Yes. Cool. Alright, what now? Clean the pillar. Hey! Alright. Whew, pardon me. Sorry about that. Beautiful. Alright. Have I ever played Stardew Valley Expanded? I have. I got fairly far. I don't think I've ever gotten to all the content, but I played a fair bit of it. I think I played 3 or 4 years in one of my save files, and then I stopped. But I haven't played the most recent expansion, or the most recent release, which has a lot more stuff to do. But it's on my to-do. My ever-growing to-do. It's always growing. You just downloaded it and started. It's a good time. There are some very cool characters in that expansion. Like, really cool characters in that expansion. Let's make sure this sign's all set and done. There we go. It's got perfection and vanilla and figured it was time to switch it up. Olivia is pretty cool. There's a particularly reclusive lady who sells like wines and stuff. She's pretty cool too. Pink hair chick, yeah. I think her name is Sophia, if memory serves. Claire. I forget which one Claire is. Oh, Clara Jojo. I never really talked to her much. I wanted to at some point, I just never got around to it. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, Sylvia. I just personally never, you know, talked to her much at all. Okay, so the trim needs more cleaning, but I can get up there through here. Yay. Alright. Let's actually do this. Ah! Got it. Boots. Alright, now I can do this. Oh, hey Port, how's it going? Pretty sure, yeah, it's these. Keel, poles, window frames. I missed more window frames? Really? Really? Alright. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, fair. Okay, pole. Oh, right, these frickin' poles. Oh. You know what? That's fair. There we go. And then what the fuck is a keel? Is that like the back end of something? Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh, okay. There we go. I have a job from Sarah Saatis. Any luck I can clean the town's monster truck? Some prize don't... I missed it, but that's okay. That was oddly satisfying to clean. Kind of a pain in the ass, but it was nice. Mayor Jeff Jefferson the 13th says, another top job to find her, much obliged. Hopefully there's still enough water left in the river to ride this out of town. Oh, nearly forgot. Should that cursed, ungrateful cat show its face at any point, it's yours. I wash my hands clean of the thing. I remember what my mama and grandmama before her said, if you can't say anything nice about the mayor, don't say anything at all. Farewell, jackass. Perfect. Didn't even pay much money for that job. Jerk. Oh, here we go. Any chance you can clean the town's monster truck? Some prized donuts have poured concrete all over it. Oof. Alright. So, the search for Ulysses the cat has finally been called off, though not before we chased every wild goose out there. Even old Frida in the lighthouse claimed she saw him in the distance, speeding across the rocks faster than any animal she'd ever seen. Though when I pressed her and asked if it had wheels, she looked down at her feet and nodded. Anyway, we were driving back to the base when a group of miners, furious at not being paid by the mayor, blocked the road and symbolically poured a load of concrete over the monster truck. How that solves their problems is anyone's guess, but it sure gives you one heck of a job to do. For 450 bucks, I can clean a monster truck. Sure. I suppose it's power washing time. Yeesh. Do you want to hear some of the crazy theories about the missing cats that we heard about in the streets? Not really, but you're gonna tell me anyway, so fuck it. Let's go. Is there a step stool anywhere? Oh yeah, there is. VODS. There's like a little bit in there somehow. Yeah, this is a real pain in the butt to clean. Go. So that's the monster truck. How does it fit under the bed? I don't know, Foodie. That's one way to look at it, though. Oh man, it's a big bed, something like that. Hey, Sage there, or Sage Storyteller. How's it going? Hello Raiders! Welcome, welcome. How's it going? How you doing, Noder? It's gonna take some time to do the things we never had. Oh yeah. You can just call me Sage, it's fine too. It's been mostly good, but I'm hangry, something I'm fixing. Power wash that filthy chat. I'm gonna assume that Noder's chat was doing the step things again, but I could be wrong. My brain just goes there immediately whenever I think of either Leah's chat or Noder's chat now. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing or just a thing, but here we are. Hey Noder, doing well? How am I? I'm doing great. I'm enjoying some PowerWash Simulator. I am washing the crap out of a monster truck right now. Insert truck clip here. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So folks, is that I should order this because Richard apparently offers it currently pointing at Marvin from the Old Boys Club. Utterly ridiculous, but it's gaining traction in rural communities. Wow. That was in response to people theorizing what happened to the mayor's cat. They think they're being sacrificed, apparently, which is just a thing. It was bro jobs and bro teen. Okay, that sounds about normal as well, if we're being honest. Also, just in case there's some new people from Noder's chat, hi, my name's Killer's Assist. My whole thing is usually, but not always, being chill, just relaxing, having a good time, spreading love and joy to the world, trying to improve a little bit each day, and just spread love. If you're curious about my usual message, just do exclamation killer special, and you'll kind of hear what I'm talking about. But anyways, how was V-Neck Rising? Or sorry, V Rising. Sorry, I should actually call it by its actual name when I'm asking about it. It'll forever and always be V-Neck Rising in my brain, though. Bleh Rising was good. Like the Dracula blah 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 thing. Gotcha. You looted a shit ton of iron, as you do, and as is necessary to progress in that freaking game, because, dear God, that game demands all of the resources, and it's frustrating. Especially at the part of the game where I'm at right now, and it's just like, could I please just not grind all of these redacteds, because I would like to not have to grind all these redacteds, but I'd also like to be able to frickin' survive literally any bosses I fight in the future, or just in general, but that's just me being salty because I'm salty. Great game though, you know. May not sound like it because I'm literally raging a little bit, but it is a good game. Very fun. Just infuriating with the grind sometimes, but I am utilizing the follower system now more, so it's less of a chore, but it's still a chore, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Oh my god. Can I please? Please. What else is dirty? God, this tire is so dirty. Aha! I see. Okay, the inside is done. Could I get the actual tire? There's a smidge there. Okay, so it's like right there-ish, kind of, in a weird way. Hey, got it. What about grinding on some redacteds? I mean, depends on what we're talking about, but that can be done as well. God, that guy emote is so ridiculous. Oh my god, I just realized I actually have that emote now because I did a thing today. Oh, the vegan community suspects that they're the secret ingredient of the Muggen hamburger, but there's been a statement from Ella herself denying it, telling them to stick their celery where the sun don't shine. Wow. Ella claims that... Oh my god, I want to read! Ella claims that her burger's unique flavor is due to its extraordinarily high salt content. Honestly, that's probably also accurate, so like, I get it. Got it. Alright. Back to green. And continually hose this tire. Whatnot. Nope. Alright, now I need to go underneath this truck. There we go. Give it the old rinse down. Wheel inner needs some 11 with the hard spray. So let's do this real fast since I'm down here. Alright. Okay, now what? Do I just aim this direction? Okay, you're done. Hey, the tire's done too. Alright, beautiful. Okay, tire's complete. Now let's work on this nonsense, I guess. Oh my god, Noder, I was raging so hard today, by the way. I was playing Elden Ring, and you know the Godskin Apostle, which is the thin boy, not the fat lord? My faith build had an incredibly hard time killing that bastard, to the point where I had to grind additional levels to get a spell to actually make any of it, like, doable. It was insane. I had to actually level up Arcane. I felt weird. But I did it. Is this the number of the Power Washer? Any chance we can get you back down the carnival? Our Ferris wheel is getting super spicy. That's one way to put it. Everyone at Roddy's Biker Shack thinks all cats are aliens, that they've been on some kind of recon mission to Earth, and that they finally got all their intel and have gone back home to report. Apparently, we should expect an invasion of extraterrestrial super cats in a couple of months. Man, what is this, Reddit? Got it. Okay. You know what? I don't think I ever did the side very well. No, I did not. Got him. Alright. Actually, while I'm here, let's do this door too, eh? Okay, well, let's go here. Got it. Okay. Okay. I see. Okay. Let's get this door nice and shiny. There we go. Let's get the cat back legs because it's driving me nuts that I've done. Aha! Got it. Okay. Guess we'll clean up here now. Tail complete. My own theory? No one asked. Cats do go wherever dinner's best. Someone somewhere probably out in the sticks has some real nice tuna steaks that'll hold up there for a while. I mean, it's possible, but also I don't care. I just want to clean the kitty. That's all I want to do. This is perfect. They'll be home soon. I mean, probably. Got it. Alright. Where? I don't know where on this head, so I'm just gonna start spraying. Hope I get it, 'cause I don't frickin' know. Oh, apparently right there. Cool. Alright. Let's begin cleaning down here, I guess. Excellent. Let's try going this way. Okay, yeah, I probably just need to spray from here, and that's fine, right? Let's go to the same thing from over here, just to get it done. So my guess is, this is all I really need to do at this point. Just do this, and we'll go underneath it again. And we'll find more stuff, right? Right? God, I hope that's the case. Alright. Axle. Alright, let's go this way. Here. Okay, axle, bull mount? Bull bar mount. Oh, where are we going to? Those bull mount bar? What even is that? Ah, okay, there. Yeah, that was a rough one. Truck looks magnificent. Great job, Doc. And just in the nick of time, we've just had a fresh sighting in from Dredge Deep. I'm terrified to know what that means. Clean the Ferris wheel. What time is it? 9:22? I might have time for this. Brystra from Buckingham Recreation Grounds says, "Allow me to introduce Tracemaster, the world's first techno Ferris wheel. We're going to be powering it with our epic 10,000 watt generator that we had in the garage from the old rave days, and we'll sync it up to change tempo with every bangin' tune. It's going to be mega. When the break beats kick in, it'll go absolutely bananas. Got the old generator hooked up currently, so feel free to turn it on if you need a bit of rotation action. We'll hook up the rave generator once you're done. Bring it." Something tells me this is not going to be easy. Oh, Lord. Mate, I'm really sorry trying to sort out some heaving motivational tunes for you, but the rave generator's playing up. Well, I turned off the music anyway, because I want to listen to my own, so sorry, but... Got it. Is there a ladder? Yes, there is. Oh, there's also this thingy. Perfect. Oh, no, no, no. Hold on. Come on. Alright. Fine, I'll run back up. Hey. Oh. Eh. Alright, that's parts done. You're done. Alright. Perfect. Okay. clean this up too. Can I please turn the Ferris wheel off? Thank you. Okay. Feels good. Wait. Wait. Got it. Alright. Wiring 2. Acid Perler returned from Asterix means I can't wait to hit you with. Okay. You're gonna float away into the cosmos when you hear this just a sec. This is pod racing. I don't know about that, man, but welcome on in, it's Guy. How you doing, man? Oh my god. Speaking of 18+, yep, that's definitely one way to segue into that. Yeah, I made that little notification because, well, I wasn't sure it was super obvious that this is an 18+ stream, so I decided to remedy that. You know? How goes the Waters in game? It goes fabulously. I'm really enjoying it. Something about washing away all the dirt and grime from years gone past is just incredibly soothing. So it's going very well. I'm currently cleaning up a Ferris wheel, of all things. I'm focusing on like the base and stuff first, and then from there I'll proceed onward. But I wanted to get the basics done first. So here we are. How was your stream though, Guy? I know you were streaming earlier. I was hanging out and I was lurking when I left, so just dust and grime. You lost half your power, so camera and lights went out. Oof, that's annoying. Base is done. Alright. So just do this. But I played a bit of Guild Dungeoneering and actually did really well in that game. Nice. Man, I still need to play that game more. I own it. I just haven't done much in it. Like, I've reached a point where I have the... Actually, how far in it are you? Have you gotten to, like, I guess I just ask how far you are, because I don't want to spoil anything. If you're not looking for spoilers. That's something I should consider. Alright, let's go up this thing. You just unlock the ice cream place. That's basically where I am too. Well, I'm a little bit further than that, but not by much. And yeah, shit gets real tough, real fast. Yeah, that's what I'm used to, just dying over and over, but we didn't die in any of the missions we won this time. Wow. That's It's a rarity. Enjoy that. I just got tired of the long grind for funds, so I finally just turned the option on where it's like, please let me get more money per mission. For the love of God, I don't want to be here forever. And then I got bored anyway, and I just stopped. As I do with most games, if I'm being real with you. I tend to get really excited about like 1 or 2 games, play it like crazy, and then promptly get disinterested like a month or 2 later, sometimes faster. And then that cycle repeats until infinity. It is extremely grindy, yeah. So I like to end with because you only play short sessions, yeah. Because after a while, it's just like, all right, yeah, that's another death. Cool, feels great for my soul, and then you just move on. Yep. At least that's how I feel whenever I played it. Post. I see. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's clean from this direction. Yay, water. Nope. Nope. Not looking good for the music main. No, the rave generators are gone. So sorry, mate. It's fine, dude. I'm just cleaning because I'm enjoying it. I don't need no stinking rave music or a Ferris wheel. That's what I have the jazz on for, so I can just vibe, you know? Got the post. Alright. You're digging the jazz? I'm glad. The sad reality is I only have about 45 minutes of it because I used the YouTube library of music, and I could only find 45 minutes worth of jazz I actually liked. So here we are. I have a 45-minute loop of this stuff, and then every 45 minutes it begins again. So it's a little limiting, but I'm glad you like it. It seems to be a pretty big hit when I play games like this. Alright. Now what? Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be a frickin' behemoth, isn't it? Alright. Guess I'll get in one at a time. What's this? Oh, I see. So I guess when I clean these pods, I should use this because there could be rust. Understood. Also, please give me a pod ding sound. Yay! Okay. Beauts. Alright, can I actually bring the ladder over? Is this an option? Not particularly. This is gonna be a real pain in the ass, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh, I probably forgot the outside, didn't I? Yep, that's exactly what it was. It was crazy that guy sounded like he would work. Yeah, that was a little odd to me, but I'm gonna roll with it. Scrub dub dub, power wash me until I'm a nub. Alright. Oh hell at it, guy. How y'all doing? How you doing, Doom? I rage a lot today, by the way, Doom, in Elden Ring, because my faith build is great with weak enemies, but when it comes to freaking... what's it called? What the hell is that boss called? The dudes that like wear We get it. You want your own personal cheeses, but killer's mine. Oh, jeez. Why am I people's personal cheeses now? I'm confused. I'm flattered, but I am far from a Jeebus, that is for sure. Just some dude with a power washer just going blurr, you know. What am I missing? Spoke. Oh, this is part of that. Okay, that's what I'm missing. Okay. Not the Godskin Duo. It was just just a regular Godskin Apostle. It was kicking my ass to the point where I was actually getting really mad. Until I remembered a little bit of a little cheaty do you can do. And by cheaty do I mean, so there's these things called dragon spells. There's one called Rotten Breath or something, I think is what it's called. No. This was in Kaled. It's the Godskin Duo, or the Godskin Apostle in Kaled at the bottom of the tower. That's the one I was having issues with today. But I beat it because I ground up enough levels to get 12 Arcane. I know, gross, Arcane. And I can now cast Rotten Breath spell. And I unlocked Rotten Breath by very patiently pummeling a dragon that's so fat that it can't move. I think that's what unlocked it. I don't know. I couldn't really handle the dragons on their own, like just walking around doing their own thing. So I just patiently pummeled its booty until it went, and then yeah, I wound up beating it, but not without summons and a whole lot of pain. Where you have like 60 arcane shield. Yeah, but I don't like doing the arcane, man. Like, it's not my thing. I want to be strictly faith, vigor, and a little bit of endurance. Some other stuff I'm probably forgetting right now. Oh, right, mind. And some mind. I have a decent amount of mind now, which is super bizarre. Got it. Your item discoveries off the charge. Yes, seriously. 60 arcane is nuts, dude. Why so much arcane? Are you trying to proc a bunch of different things? Alright, I need to use the... Wait, I have a short extension? What's the fucking point of that? Just give me the long. Bleed proc with Holy Healus. Gotcha. Ah! I got scared. Even though I can't take fall damage, it still freaks me out when I accidentally jump off a cliff or whatever. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Don't bother with those. Just clean the pods. That's the wrong button. Oh my god, why do you move so friggin' slow? Okay, here we go. What time is it? 9:58? And I hope I can finish this in the next 30 or so minutes because I'm getting really tired. If not, I might have to pick this up again later, but we'll see how long this takes. Got it. Alright. I guess for each little section I can at least clean these ones, right? That just makes sense, right? Eh. Got it. All right. Done. Come on up, pod frame. No, 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 no. Don't be doing this to me. We have an agreement. There we go. Perfect. No. Wrong button again. Here's one. And there's two. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. You're done. No, 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 we have an agreement. There we go. Okay. Hell yeah. I'm going to get this so freaking clean, this guy. Ooh, yeah, you dirty, dirty, filthy Ferris wheel? Question mark? I don't know, man. I'm doing what I can, man. Alright. I tell you what, every time I hear my jazz playlist though, it really makes me think about playing what's it called? Getting Over It. And then I remember how trash I am at that game. And then I go, do I actually want to rage? Or would I like to do something pleasurable for the evening? But at some point in my future, I hope to beat that game. Someday. And someday it will happen. And when it does, it's going to feel fantastic. But until then, I'm going to have many reminders whenever I hear my jazz playlist that I've yet to beat that game. Oh, nope, let me in. There we go. I think getting over it might be more pleasurable for me if I actually had someone to talk to while I played that game. Like, an ongoing conversation. So as it stands, it just induces rage every time I go into it. Alright. Oh no. I've been forgetting to clean that part of the... Oh, fuck. Well... That's... That's an unfortunate oversight that I just now discovered. Damn it. Alright. Well... I guess I'll begin to clean that in a bit. Alright, my sniper's out. Let's go. Collider setting transporting network officers. Exciting pressure washer opportunity adds emergency infrastructural subways facilities. First one we have surpassed my Helter Skelter as the tallest rider of mine, but it cannot cycle through 12 customers a minute. Kevin Bernard, seek help. Theoretically, yes, I suppose it could. It could, yes. Does it mean it should? No. No, it should not. Why? Because safety. This guy needs to seek help, like, dear God. Alright. Oh, well. Alright, let's equip my ultra epic sniper scope. There we go. Alright, power right on. Stop that right there. Alright, let's go. Beautiful. Come on, frame. Get a deal. Don't do me dirty like this. Come on. There we go. Yes. Alright, frame. You know the deal. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Alright. This goes up. Like that. Come on now. There we go. Beats. Okay. Alright. Where's the crime? Is it there? Come on. There we go. Okay, those beams are now done. These beams need work. Oh my freaking god. Come on. Yeah, alright. Wash it like that. And like that. Go to the opposite side. Yump. That I switch in this direction. You get the same. Beads. Alright. At this point, I just want to get the beams. So. Please. Oh, but you're so close. Oh, I see. Beautiful. That beam needs some assistance that I can provide by getting up top and doing a heckin' stream of water. Come on. Yeah! Alright. Go up. You go up. Go up. Are done. Surprisingly. Alright, let's to the outside real fast. Go. Outside is all set. I need to do yumping here and then yump over here. Oh, rust. Oh, I'm using the wrong sprayer. That makes... Why was I using the green one? Well, that's just confusing to me, but okay. Let me up, please. Just give it a quick once over from the outside. That's probably going to be fine, right? Right. There we go. Yep, right. Alright. Let's make this thing a little bit of clean. I still find it hilarious that it's guys. So now this is pod racing and I'm literally cleaning pods. be so good. Alright. I told you this is pod racing. You're not wrong. I just didn't expect it to be so freaking accurate, man. No? Okay, give me the sniper rifle. Pod spray, yeah, something like that. Yep. It's 10:20. I really want to finish this. It's gonna drive me crazy if I don't finish this tonight. Oh, lords. Hit it. Go. I can do it. I know I can do it. I'm just getting really tired. That's the problem. Did I just not spray the outsides? Is that what's going on here? Okay, that beam is done. This beam is not done by a long shot. Okay. That one's done. That one's not nearly done. There we go. Mutes. Got it. Can I use my sniper extension? Okay, let's spray this underside. Okay. try and adjust this a touch. Actually, hold on. Can I spray from these angles, maybe? That'll be what it means. Well, this is a little awkward to spray, isn't it? Okay, let's try this angle. Okay, that one's been completed. Come on. And boop. Keep the volcano for the top of the wheel, ain't it? I don't know, I haven't looked. Oh wow, there's a volcano. Especially when it's smoking like it is right now. How much would I charge to do this? Honestly, I have no idea. The entire Ferris wheel. I know. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Good. Alright. It's very large, I'll tell you that much. Apparently this person is charging $900 to do this. Honestly, I don't blame them. let's get this back. Okay, that's all the support side thingies now. Now let's actually get to the nitty gritty of this shit. Place you, I don't know, like here. This is a long job too, like, you know what I mean? It's not just like a, oh, this is going to be done in like 2 hours kind of a thing. This feels more like a, in real life, this would be like a, this is going to be done in a very long time kind of situation. So around 1,000. That's what the game's charging, so I guess? I don't know, dude. How much would I charge in real life? I got no idea, man. What I do know is that I'm glad I don't do this in real life. Because I would probably break my toes or something. Knowing me. I alarm this one off. I'm like pretty close to being done though. I'm staying on a bit longer than I was expecting. I wonder, can I actually get on top? Oh my god, I can. Well, this is gonna make things a scotch interesting, isn't it? There we go. Parkour, indeed. You know, focus on one side first. Well, I say that, but I should actually focus on all the little bits and bobs I can get here so that I don't have to do this again. That would be ideal, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. We're good. What? There we go. Perfect. Alright. Get like the back sides of these. That. This. That was done. Okay. Do like some of this. No. This. If I saw this guy just power washing jumping around like that, I call the fire department. Honestly, I would too, because holy crap. Woo. And then I could just do that, you know, when I'm done. Actually, absurd to me. Alright, let's put on my sniper scope and got it. Smoke. Got it. Okay. Like, I'd be concerned for this guy's well-being if they were jumping around like this, you know? But luckily this is a video game, so like, it's fine. Mostly. Kind of. Not really. Alright, let's go down a few notches. Well, just one notch, actually. This is exactly where I need to be. Okay. Got you. Got that. I can clean up all those little details in a minute once I'm up this direction. Yeah, let's go up again. Yeah. Hey, Emerald Mousy, how's it going? Welcome on in. Alright. Oh, okay. I did that apparently. I'm going to have to get you house letter. You've got me so many games. But I literally can't stop you. At some point I will play that game. It is on my list of things I would like to play. But sales, I know sales, but I'm broke. I'm still trying to get things like, you know, mortgages caught up and everything. So eventually I'll get it. But at the moment I cannot. Ooh, actually I need to get my stubby. There we go. That's a weird sentence to stay on a stream, isn't it? Oh. Alright. Let's get my sniper. Nope. Nope. Ah! I'm forgetting the controls. Sniper. There we go. Got it. Okay. What's next? Alright, what am I actually missing? Center supports. Back starface. Oh, right. The other side. Rear spot. Yeah. Okay, I understand. Yep. I'm like your mom, I can't help myself to comes to a good sale. That is extremely true. My mom literally cannot resist a good sale. It like calls to her or something. Alright, we'll put that there. But first things first. Let's clean these things off, eh? Just make sure you're doing good too, Emerald Mousy. You know? Want to make sure you're doing well, kiddos are doing well, doggos are doing well. You know? To be fair, she's like one of the smartest people I know. Oh, my mom? Yeah. To be honest, if she didn't have myself and my siblings to deal with, and it was just her and my dad, I think she would be doing way more crazy, amazing things than she is currently. But she married my dad, and they had me and my siblings, so, you know, I can't really complain, because, you know, my existence is directly owed to her actually, you know, bothering to deal with our nonsense. But at the same time, like, man, she could have done so many more things, you know? Makes me feel a little bad. I see. Okay, so it's this side. Nah, she lives with us more than anything. Yeah, I know. I know she does. I just always feel kind of like, I know she could be doing so much more, you know, if she had just decided to do her own thing. Like, the possible futures question pops in my brain all the time. I'm like, man, she could have gone to college, she could have done... I think at one point she mentioned to me something along the lines of she would have done something with her, with like history, and like classical history, and done like archaeology or something, which would be pretty dope. And then I kind of wonder how different the world might be, you know? All the what if questions pop into my brain. This A-frame is being very particular. I don't know why. Ah, because there's grossness up here. I see. Okay. Come on. Oh, come on. So close, and yet so far. Ugh. Come on. I will get this. Okay, but now what? I don't know what just happened. Oh yeah, okay, this section. And probably the back side, like right here, right? There we go. I think for the most part she's pretty happy, minus... Yeah, well, yeah, definitely minus Dirk, because he's an asshat. But yeah, in general, I would tend to agree with that statement. I forget, is this the last month before they, the before they're being forcefully removed. I'm going to kill that violence. Is there more to the saga now than I know? Did he done do something stupider? Because it wouldn't surprise me, like, in the slightest. Like, I know that they have it in them to be just that daft and annoying. Just like, put his hands on my... What? Are you freaking kidding me? Did he actually, though? Let me guess. Let me guess. My dad boiled it up to high tensions and the fricatives came out, right? Is that what happened? I'm betting that's what happened. Knowing him. No. Oh, okay. My dad is done. Oh, thank the Lord. Or whatever you believe in. That is some of the best freaking news. Well, if he's not answering his calls, he probably saves himself like literally 2 hours a day of not having to deal with bullshit. That's fantastic news. I mean, it's sad that I had to come to that, but I'm glad that it finally did happen so that he could be rid of that parasite. Does that make sense? My God. Alright, I need to get up. That's what she said. Ew. Yeah, it's Guy. There's some really juicy, crazy shit that happens back in my OG home. It is actual insanity. I think the quickest and easiest way to boil it down is Catholic father does extremely forgiving Catholic things and therefore suffers consequences. I think that's probably the easiest way to explain it. I think Mousy might agree with me, but I don't speak for Mousy. Alright, I'm gonna do the sniping because I'm gonna make sure it gets friggin' done. Okay. It's done. Okay, finally back internet cut out for a second. Ah, sorry. I was just saying I'm extremely grateful that this situation finally happened such that my dad is no longer dealing with that stupid fucking parasite. But, yeah. It sucks that it came to that. I'm glad that I'm assuming my dad's fine, right? Just a shove. My sister knows more? Okay. I'll have to talk to her more about it then. God, good fucking riddance. That's actually probably some of the best news I've heard all year. Neighbors stepped in before it got worse. Okay, good. The neighbors are probably also glad that the parasite is presumably not living there anymore, right? Please tell me that he's not living there anymore. Soon, okay. Soon, TM. He's going through the eviction process. Good. And I'm very grateful he has one, because I remember when he was first starting to rent places out, he didn't have anything like that in writing, but he used old rental agreements, I think from you and I, if I remember right, to kind of get that hammered out. I'm glad that he's finally utilizing the process of eviction. I think this coming month I can finally kick him out. Beautiful. I'm so happy about that. God damn. Probably happier than I should be, but also like, fuck that guy. Like, seriously. Okay, but like, what am I missing? Center supports. Oh, wow. I completely missed that. Okay, that's... thanks. He is a waste of oxygen. And I don't say that lightly about hardly anyone. I mean, Mousy, you know I like to think in general I'm a fairly nice guy. Nice guy TM. Not like the weird nice guys, but like an actual legitimate nice guy. But when I say this guy is a waste of oxygen, I mean it with every fiber of my being. Fuck that guy. Fuck everything he stands for. May he burn in hell. Or something worse. It takes a lot to really get me pissed off. This guy deserves every bit of it. Of me being pissed off at them. Anyway, all of the anger aside, this game is really relaxing. I needed this after dying over and over in Elden Ring. Dear God, I am so trash at that game sometimes. Oh, and again, I think it goes without saying, Emerald Mousy, but thank you again so much for getting me this game. This is such a freaking delight. I love this game to pieces. Alright, actually, let's do it like this. Yeah, there we go. You didn't post it to your personal Facebook about streaming and charity stuff, and I lost 10 friends in 2 days. Wow, really? Wow. I did notice you post that, actually. I don't remember if I reacted to it or not. I tend to not react much on there because, if I'm honest, I literally use it to avoid morons for the most part, and to keep up with family. Those are the two reasons I even have that social media. Wow, it sucks you lost friends, though. At the same time, if you lost them over those posts, were they worth having? I guess that's the way I view it, but I don't know. You don't care, they can keep putting themselves out. That's how I see it. Center shaft. Oh, wait a minute. Is that this thing here? Yeah, it's this shaft thing. Okay, I need to jump over yonder onto that area and... Ah! No! Oh god, what's happening? I don't know what just happened, but that was freaky. Hey! Yeah, I thought so. Hey! Front spokes. Platform trim? Oh, it's showing up on my to-do now. A front spoke is not clean? Are you serious? Alright, let's get this thing again. Yeah, I don't have very many friends on social media anymore. I'm to a point in my life where I'm like, if you really want to keep up with me, yeah, we can do the Facebook thing, that's fine. But like, just send me a text or, I don't know, like, pick up the phone. Maybe I'm just old school. It's not really a maybe, that's a, I'm definitely old school. I'm old. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm old. Alright, let's grab my sniper rifle. Oh, that's done. Platform trim. Really? Oh god, yeah, really? Jeez. Really? I neglected it that much? I probably got distracted knowing me. Alright. That took a while. Beautiful. Bryce Strobe says, the Ferris wheel is roasting. What? You're a legend. Okay. Just in the nick of time, too. With the rave generator blown, we've had to stick with the original one, and the classic vibe of the artwork really fits with the slower pace. Techno Ferris wheel is probably a terrible idea anyway, so I'm turning my attention to Crackers Keith, the world's first techno caterpillar roller coaster. You, sir, have problems, but you do you, boo. There's... Oh, whoa! Holy crap! Owing to the steady reputational rise of Buckingham, Caldera City Transportation Network has decided to announce the reopening of its subway links to the vibrant town. We'd like you to deep clean the platform area ahead of the grand unveiling. Please note that whilst much of the graffiti in the facility could be said to possess artistic merit, we would like you to remove it all. I am not doing this tonight. I am technically like almost half an hour over, but before I leave, I need to buy shit. Because I don't really have a good reason. I just want to own all things. That'll do for now. Alright. So I'm going to quit the game. But I need to raid someone. And the person I was going to raid is currently in my chat. Well, several of them are. So, I need to actually figure out who I'm raiding. Oh, actually. If memory serves, I have a friend who told me something about a game's done quick is doing something incredible. Ting made you stop? Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Hang on, let me double check something. What exactly are they doing? Doctors Without Borders. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go do Games Done Quick. It's a speedrunning channel. Long story short, they're running a charity for Doctors Without Borders, so I would like to contribute to that. That being the case, let me see if I can remember how to raid. Because I keep forgetting to do that. Games Done Quick. They're currently playing Super Mario Sunshine. Speedruns of that game are actually fucking insane. I've seen a couple. It's really entertaining to watch, though, just how insanely fast people can get really old controls of levels done. But before I leave, I'd like to say thank you all again so much for joining me. It means the world to me that random people, and people I know, just decide, hey, there's this guy doing bullshit in games, let's go chill. So thank you again so much. And before I leave, I'd like to remind y'all to eat right, hydrate, and take care of your mental health, to spread love and joy to the world, and keep improving a little each day. Y'all are loved, lovely, and I will see you tomorrow. What for? I don't know. It'll probably depend on how much I've raged at Elden Ring. because that's my game I've been playing off stream when I have downtime. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Bye.